So a couple days ago, I was reading Ecclesiastes and I was just laughing hysterically because I'm like, the guy, he sounds so depressed or depressing, both maybe. Ecclesiastes starts out with, everything is meaningless. Pleasures are meaningless. Toil is meaningless. Wisdom and folly are meaningless. Advancement is meaningless. Riches are meaningless. And so I'm reading it and it just he sounds really, really depressed. Like he cannot find any joy in almost anything because when he dies, he can't take it with him. He said, you come into this world naked, you leave out naked. Okay. So I read that and I was laughing because just that. This guy's really depressed. But I was laying in bed last night and it was one of those nights where it's too hot to sleep and it was just, I was 3, 4, finally I passed out. But before I did, I think God gave me something to chew on. A story that Jesus told popped in my head. And this is Matthew chapter 13, verse 44 through 46. Okay? This is the parable of the hidden treasure and the pearl. Now again, Ecclesiastes, this guy is like, everything is meaningless. And I'm assuming he's just depressed. I don't think he was. Because according to this, Jesus says, the kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in a field. When a man found it, he hid it again, and then in his joy went and sold all he had and bought that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant looking for fine pearls. When he found one of great value, he went away and sold everything he had and bought it. So both of these parables are about someone who spends their whole life working towards something and then they find a real treasure and then they're like, oh, I have to have it. I have to have it. Like when I walk past something shiny in the store, my kids are like, no, Mom, no, don't look. And I'm like, I have to look. It's on clearance. No. Anyway, I don't think he was depressed. I think this is the same thing. The man who wrote Ecclesiastes, which I think it was David or one of his kids, or I'll look that up. I'll find out who wrote it. But it's this. He wasn't depressed. He wasn't sad. He wasn't saying everything is meaningless. What he's saying is everything is meaningless in comparison to what God is offering. What God has for you. Everything you have is meaningless. You can't take any of that with you. You can't take your advancement. You can't take your riches. You can't take your house. You can't take your storehouses. You can't take anything with you when you die. But Jesus says that the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant looking for fine pearls, and when he found one of great value, he went away and sold everything he had and bought it. And that the kingdom of heaven is like a treasure in a field. When a man found it, he hid it again, and then in his joy went and sold all he had and bought that field. That's what Ecclesiastes is about. It's about the gifts that God has, what He has made for us. And you're only here for a short time. So Cherish the moments, because enjoyment is the gift. It was short and sweet, but I hope you guys got something out of it. If you like it, hit the like button, and if you know someone who can't read or doesn't have time to read, please feel free to share it, and they can listen while they're driving or washing the dishes or doing, everyday chores. Have a great day.